Pollination is one of the key parts of what bees are about, but it's not just bees. Pollination can be done by bats, it can be done by moths, it can be done by birds to an extent, or any of the 250 species of bee in the UK. Honeybees have become a bit of a canary in the coal mine species. They have been identified by the media and by the public. There's an association made between beekeeping and honeybees and environmental issues. People don't like to challenge that necessarily because it's quite good for the honeybees, but are honeybees in the UK especially under threat? No, even though there have been significant losses over the last winter.
Although the honeybee might not be the most important pollinators, volunteers as the Newcastle Beekeeper Society are educating and informing people on the importance and the impacts of bee mortality. One thing that we learned today is that each and every one of us can do something about it, as easy as planting beautiful flowers in your garden to attract more pollinators.
I do plant the appropriate plants that encourage the bees.
I think my garden's fairly accommodating to bees.
I don't think I do enough. I'd like to do more. I'd like to have a beehive.
To be honest, not till recently it was in the news so much, but a lot of people, a lot of famous advocates spoken up about it, and I know David Attenborough's spoken up about it, so it's something that's come to my attention, but only recently really.
I mean, obviously they're really important to the environment. Environmental concerns are something that I'm quite passionate about.
Possibly if I'd known they were dying, then I might. But I don't know what I would do, apart from not squash one if it came into my kitchen.
I keep my garden nice and straight. I don't like bees flying about, but I like what they produce.
Yeah, if I knew what I needed to do, like plants to plant and specific stuff, then yeah, I think so.
Newcastle Council published a bee strategy in order to get locals involved. The matter is urgent as 90% of UK crop is in immediate danger.
The environment is hostile at the moment for pollinators, so combination of expanding urban areas, intensified agriculture, more pesticides, more chemicals in the landscape, and this all leads to reduced areas of natural forage for pollinators, which means that they're in greater competition with each other. All of our insect pollinators are sometimes competing over, scraps of landscape that are left for them to use. For people in particular, that's very important for most of our fruits, most of our vegetables. For our fruits, it means we could lose most things if we don't have pollinators. And whilst technology may get there in the future with nanotechnology and small micro drones or something, we're unlikely to get there in our lifetime. Or if we do, we'll get there at the very end, and the cost could be astronomical, whereas we have what is effectively a free service at the moment from all the wild pollinators.